Okay, in this video we're going to have a look at the community visitor login and the authorized officer login. If these aren't showing up under your program, then you just need to go to the website and install the latest update. There's also a video link on how to do that as well. The default passwords for these, for the CV login is CV, and for the AO login is AO, and then you can change them to whatever you want as well. So this is the community visitor login coming up here. Basically, the amount of beds that your facility has and resident current residence numbers there, as well as that bed list. These items can be turned on and off, whether you need them to be viewable or not. And also the progress notes separately, whether you need that to be viewable or not, can be turned on and off in your settings within your own login. Basically, that just depends how you do your documentation, whether progress notes are required to be viewed or if your support plans suffice. So here we have a list of the all the current residents that you have, and basically in the case that the support plan has yet to be created, you'll be redirected to the interim support plan. So basically, if I click on the first resident there, it'll bring up a report of the support plan with a review date and all the information there. And I can't do any changes under this page. It's just basically close and print page. And then if I scroll down, I'll also get a history of the support plans as well, showing any progress or changes there. The other links are basically incident reports. That'll bring up a history of all your incident reports, and then also complaints. If there's any complaints that have been put up there, it'll bring up a history there. And then there's also transfer forms, but if you have been printing them out and archiving them in paper base, then you wouldn't refer to that. So that's basically the community visitor login. And the authorized officer login is quite similar. Passwords AO. It just has a couple of extra links. One of them would be your resident records and your staff records, and then they can also view the RSAs and bring up a detailed report as well. So if we have a look here, if I snap to that same resident, it'll bring up the record for that resident with all their personal information, and then also the support plan, just like the CV login. The RSA, if I go into that same resident, it'll bring up the service agreement for that resident. And what the details report is basically I can pick any item here, such as date of birth, and it'll do a report of all my current residents with that item that you've chosen. Apart from that, it will be your staff register report, which will bring up all your staff records that you've currently got in there with all the required information. Information for prospective residents. This one hasn't been fully filled in. We'll bring that up, and progress notes once again can be chosen to be turned on and off, and we'll go and have a look at that now. Actually, if I quickly just log in as myself. Now if I have a look in my settings, and if I'm logged in as an administrator, I'll get this SRS settings link here. Also, I can check for updates there as well. That'll just bring me to the website. But as long as I'm logged in as an administrator, I can have that link, and this will bring up being able to change any information for the SRS, but crucially these two options here, which is basically to not show progress notes in the CV and AO login, and to not show the bed list in the CV login. So if I check those two and log back in under the CV login, that should now hide the bed list and the progress notes and that information down there. And that's pretty much it for the community visitor and AO login. If there's anything else that the AO needs to get to that can't be found through the login, then basically just log in as yourself and find that information. But pretty much everything they need should be within that login.